Building a better community for our kids. For Kevin Nolan, it's reviving Little League Baseball.
I moved back to the Quad Cities and the program was kind of dead.
WQAD News 8 salutes Kevin and others like him who are working hard to be a positive influence.
We talk to the boys all the time about, what it means to be a teammate, what it means to be a friend. I don't know that we're out to build the next college player. We're out to build the next good citizen for the club.
Hard work, determination. That's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
My biggest concern was my daughter's safety.
I wasn't going to invite people over when I saw what their homes looked like.
My kids couldn't go outside and play. They couldn't go to the park.
I didn't know where I was going to go, what I was going to do.
My other concerns were the leaks in the wall, the mice running around.
It was brutal. It was a scary place to be.
We're in darkness, but there's always a little bit of light, and if people help, the light becomes greater.
The fact that people want to help without getting anything in return.
They're experiencing your dream with you.
You can stand in your own house and say, I helped build this.
Just walking into that house was the beginning of a different life.
Happiness, peace, stability are all the words that come to mind when I think of our home.
Because of this house, I am free.
Because of this house, I'm home.
You can change the lives of families in your community and around the world. Join us. Habitat. We build.
Rules of Engagement weekdays at 6 p.m. Followed by Cougar Town at 6:30 on MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716.
Just like Groundhog Day, another gorgeous afternoon here at Wrigley Field as the Indians are in town for a one-game makeup. Out back on June 15th, the Cubs wrapping up a very successful homestand. Welcome to Cubs baseball here on WGN Sports, along with Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. The Cubs try to win their 5th in a row before they head out to California. JD, the Cubs have been pretty fortunate on the injury front, but got hit a couple of times this morning.
Yeah. I spoke with you. Jorge Soler has got on the disabled list with an oblique, and you know how that tends to linger. Could be a good while before we see Soler again. Jason Mott also placed on the DL with inflammation in his shoulder. So Tommy Listella up from Iowa. He's been hurt much of the year. Was recently activated, was swinging it well for AAA Iowa. And Zach Roscup joins the bullpen as well. So Joe Madden will have 4 lefties out there in that bullpen now.
Cleveland in last place in the American League Central, but they've got a very good starting staff. They've been better on the road, and they have Corey Kluber, who won the American League Cy Young.
Having a little bit of a down year this year, but still very talented Corey Kluber. Against the National League this year, he's been lights out, 3-0 with a .152. John Lester has struggled against American League teams, including his last start against Detroit, where he got knocked out, allowed 7 runs in less than 3 innings.
So the Cubs now with a 6-game lead over the Giants for the final wild card spot in the National League. We'll be featuring makeup tunes today as the Indians and Cubs get it going next.
When the morning comes, I'm right back.
You'll love living with your Lincoln MKC from Streeter. The perfect luxury car. Great for the grocery store with its hands-free tailgate, taking Fido to the vet. So much room. Safety too, with blind spot alerts and automatic braking. Your Lincoln MKC even has a push-button transmission. Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln MKC from Streeter. Test drive it today at Streeter Lincoln of the Quad Cities. 520 West Kimberly Road, Davenport.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists, With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
Goods Furniture, 3 blocks, 12 multi-level buildings full of furniture at prices to fit every budget. Handcrafted quality furniture at everyday low prices. Take some time to visit the shops at Market Square, where you'll find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Relax over a glass of wine and enjoy lunch or a snack at the Wine Cellar restaurant. You can even spend the night at our bed and breakfast. Experience the good life for yourself at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Honda. Great deals are happening at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. Now at your Honda dealer. Napa, home of Napa know-how. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway, make a smart play for savory subs this season. Score more flavor at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And by Southwest Airlines, book your low fare now at southwest.com. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Let's check out Terry Francona's Cleveland Indians lineup. They just took 3 out of 4 to knock the Yankees out of first place in the American League East. Northbrook's Jason Kipnis, an all-star this year, will lead it off. Francisco Lindor, the rookie, has had a terrific second half. Michael Brantley leads the majors in doubles. Switch hitting Carlos Santana leads the American League in walks. Yan Gomes, the catcher. Mike Aviles gets a start in center. Jerry Sands platooning out and right with Lonnie Chisenhall. It's Giovanni Urshela, the third baseman, and the pitcher Corey Kluber batting ninth.
You'll see a different look for the Cubs defensively here this afternoon. Notably, Chris Coughlin back in the outfield. He'll make his second start this year out in right field. Tommy LaStella rejoins the club. He plays second base today. Starlin Castro slides over and plays shortstop. Addison Russell's got a little bit of a groin. He's day to day. And you see the rest of the deployment. Rizzo, Bryant, where you normally find them. Same for Schwarber and Fowler. David Ross behind the plate today because on the mound is the big lefty John Lester. And John is 8-9, has a 3.58 ERA. Making his 25th start. Plenty of success in his career against Cleveland. He's 7-1 lifetime against the Tribe.
Marvin Hudson will call balls and strikes, among other things. Dan Iasonia, the crew chief, is at first. C.B. Buckner at second, and Lance Barrett is at third. Chamber of Commerce Monday afternoon. Paul Conrad in the background. Room temperature, sunny, and a strong wind blowing straight out. That has been the norm here on this homestand. And the Cubs batters have taken advantage, hitting 9 home runs the last 2 days.
Yeah, ball's really been jumping. The nature of the game has really changed the past week here compared to what we've seen all season long.
So here is a 2-time All-Star, Jason Kipnis, product of Glenbrook North. Here we go. A bouncer right to the newcomer LaStella. Just his third game of the year. So that's a good start for Lester. It'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop Francisco Lindor, who hit a game-winning home run left-handed off Dellin Betances in the 8th inning yesterday at Yankee Stadium. Second homer in as many days. He made history. He's the first player ever to hit a homer off Betances from the left side.
This kid, one of the top prospects in baseball coming into the season, just 21 years of age. There's Your Mazda replay cam. Mazda, conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way. There's the game winner for the Tribe yesterday. Lindor, a switch hitter, hitting .298 exactly from both sides of the plate.
1-1 from John. Curveball, swing and a miss. Well, when Lester gets ahead in the count, he's been deadly. According to ESPN, he leads the majors in opponents' batting average, OPS, strikeout percentage, swing and miss percentage, and he is ahead in the count. So keep an eye on that today. And you have a couple of interesting notes with these two teams, and we better get them in today.
Might not see him for a while.
So the one-game set. The Indians pitching staff has the most strikeouts in the majors. The Cubs have the second most. And these are the top two teams in the walk department offensively in baseball.
Yeah, both teams take a lot of walks. Now the Cubs hitters strike out a bunch. The Indian hitters do not. The Indians don't hit that many home runs. They're 12th in the American League in runs scored.
Cubs are 2 walks ahead of them going into today. The Indians back in June won 2 of the 3 games. Cubs had that big blowout 17-0 on June 17th in Cleveland. 2 of the 3 games were shutouts. The Indians won 6-0 here on June 16th after the rain on the 15th. Lindor strikes out.
Indians are an interesting club. They have a lot of top talent. You know, the guys in the rotation, they got some big arms. They have some very talented position players. They just don't have a lot of depth. So they're last in the American League Central, but you just get the sense that they're just a couple players away from being a really good ball club.
Well, and last, and they're 7 under 500. So they've been exactly 500 team since May 1st. They're over 500 on the road. They've got the worst home record in baseball. Here's Michael Brantley. He's got 38 doubles. That leads the majors. Really has come into his own since the start of last year. Lester looking for a bounce back performance. He went just 2 2/3 against Detroit his last time out. Gave up 3 home runs and 7 runs. And took the loss. First time he had allowed 3 homers in a game in 2 seasons. Prior to that, he had been 4-0 with a 2 ERA his previous 5 starts. Castro back in short today. And he makes the play, and the Indians go down 1-2-3. Cubs coming up against last year's Cy Young winner in the American League.
QC Family Entertainment is the perfect place for your next office meeting or party. With our 3 party rooms, we can accommodate your needs while having fun bowling, playing laser tag, and games. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
No matter what kind of car you drive, we stock the batteries you need. And we have the deals you want. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Thanks for watching The Kids, Mom. It's great having you close by again.
Ready to make the move?
Ready.
Change our home search to 4 bedrooms. It's twins.
Whatever is next in your life, Mel Foster can help you find your home.
When looking for food and fun, stop by Frankie's at QC Family Entertainment. You can take a seat at the bar or grab a table and enjoy delicious food from sandwiches, pizzas, appetizers, and more. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family, right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Let's check out the Cubs batting order. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. They connected 5 times yesterday. Fowler will lead off homer in the first. Kyle Schwarber's in left. Chris Coughlin in right. So you've got all the outfielders at the top. Infielders in the middle. Rizzo, Bryant, LaStella, Castro, and the battery. Rounds it out. Ross and Lester. First time this year. Joe Madden has hit the pitcher 9th.
Crazy Joe. Let's take a look at the Indians defensively. Brantley left, Avila center, his second start out there. Jerry Sands will be in right this afternoon. Urshela, Lindor, Kipnis, Santana third to first. Jan Gomes. He's got a strong arm. He's behind the plate this afternoon. And 29-year-old right-hander Corey Kluber, reigning Cy Young Award winner. He was an 18-game winner last year with a 244.
Fastball for a strike. 6'4", 215. Kind of a strange year, hasn't he?
Yeah, you know, the rate stats are all very similar. He's given up more home runs this year already than he did all last year. So the home run ball has hurt him. It's not like he's having a horrible, you know, good chunk better than league average with his ERA. It's just a run higher than what he did last year. He's got a great arm.
You know, a really bad 4-start stretch late April, early May. Ballooned his earned run average. He's had an 18 strikeout performance.
He's third in the league in strikeouts. Keeps the walks down. There's a lot of swings and misses. In terms of the traffic that he's allowed, the walks plus hits, very similar. Opponent average. Strikeout to walk, very similar. It's just a matter of timing.
Yeah, his first win this year came in mid-May against the Cardinals, and I mentioned 18 strikeouts. He had a no-hitter late in that game. Tied the franchise record for strikeouts in a 9-inning performance, originally set by Bob Feller back in 1938. Didn't walk anybody that day. His next start, he went 9 innings, gave up 1 run at the White Sox, and didn't get a win. He got a no decision. Two to Fowler, and he's run it full.
He'll go 92 to 96 with a fastball. He likes to sink it. He has a hard, slurvy breaking ball that he features. He'll also cut his fastball.
Ball, strike 3. Fowler thought it was ball 4. Kluber needed 8 pitches to get him. For the first out, Kluber making his Wrigley Field debut. Good pitch.
Yeah, that's the advantage. When you throw hard with sink, when push comes to shove, you can be willing to throw the ball over a good chunk of home plate. Just keep it down around the knees with movement.
Kyle Schwarber, who made his major league debut against the Indians. June 16th here, he struck out in his only at bat in the 9th inning, but then he started the next 2 games in Cleveland as the Cubs designated hitter, and he combined to go 6 for 9 with a triple, a homer, and 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss.
Change up there from Kluber.
Homered yesterday to snap an 0 for 12. He strikes out swinging.
Yeah, there could be some red ink used in this ball game. Dial it up a notch today, boys.
Chris Coughlin. So the injuries to Soler and Mott Each could be about a month long, which would put us in late September. Imagine Coughlin and DeNorfia will get a lot of action out there in right. Back over playing time at second base. Starlin Castro against lefties. Addison Russell with some groin tightness yesterday, but it does not appear to be anything serious. He's got a baby due. His fiance due could be giving birth as we speak, so he is away from the club this afternoon. So we wish them all the best. A lot going on at the ballpark here on Getaway Day.
People coming, people going, people having babies.
3-1.
Corey Kluber's first ever start here at Wrigley Field, so he'll be the 4th pitcher in the last 5 days to make their Wrigley Field debut. 3 of the Braves young starters, and now Kluber, the veteran.
In the air, not deep, and coming on is Brantley to make the catch. Kluber matches Lester, each working a 1-2-3 first inning.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Core Vins Insurance.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
Give it your all for a piece of the action. Getting involved in the moment is magic.
Ow! Oh my.
Wow.
You look amazing. I love your new look.
So tell us, where did you go?
The Hair Society, of course.
Of course.
The Hair Society, where society meets. Bettendorf, Iowa.
Cub fans, if you want to manage the game along with Joe Madden, log on to WGNTV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner. Connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information from the comfort of your home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape. Pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Everything you need to have more fun at home this summer.
Peaches and Herb going to break, and the Spinners coming out of break make up Monday. As the Indians are back in town for one. Carlos Santana bounces foul. He is playing first base. Obviously no DH for the Indians. He had been with Chris Johnson being acquired from the Braves. Johnson played 5 straight games at first. But then he went to the DL with a left hand infection. They think it was due to a spider bite. He just got toppled there. That ball actually hit him on an 0-2 pitch.
Well, Santana, with a very keen eye, leads the American League in walks. He led the American League in walks last year. This time he gets hit on that front foot.
He's got the Hunter Pence look with the pant bottoms up over the knees. Only 2 guys I've ever seen do that. He is aboard first base runner for either team. Sandy Alomar Jr., the first base coach. Mike Sarbaugh is over third. That'll bring up Yan Gomes. Catcher. Popped up behind second. Stella's got it.
One thing I'm sure Joe Madd told his guys, or maybe not Joe, but somebody in that clubhouse, one of the veteran players, I would think, would send the message, hey guys, this is kind of going to have the feel of an exhibition game here today, one and done, before heading out on the road, but obviously a lot at stake. Let's make sure we kind of stay focused and engaged. And Cleveland, I think Terry Francona would have a similar message for his guys. Love to pick up this win here today if you're the Cubs before heading out on this could prove to be a very difficult road trip to San Fran and LA.
Cubs have 17 of the next 23 on the road after today, as Mike Aviles takes ball one outside. The Cubs are 4-0 during American Legion Week, which will end today here at Wrigley Field. And Joe said he really liked the fact that his team didn't settle for a 2-2 split or 3-1 series win, that they, quote, played it 4 out of 4 against Atlanta over the weekend. Aviles bounces. Bryant. Estella. Rizzo. They go around the horn, and that's it for the Indians in the second. Scoreless early.
It's really tough to know who to trust these days. There are leaders who think the rules don't apply to them. That's not the way we live in the Quad Cities. That's not the role model we want for our kids. At WQAD News 8, we pledge to hold policymakers and public officials accountable for what they do and how they spend your money. Hard work, determination, it's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw, but after time, hard work and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
Goods Furniture, 3 blocks, 12 multi-level buildings full of furniture at prices to fit every budget. Handcrafted quality furniture at everyday low prices. Take some time to visit the shops at Market Square, where you'll find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Relax over a glass of wine and enjoy lunch or a snack at the Wine Cellar restaurant. You can even spend the night at our bed and breakfast. Experience the good life for yourself at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
You're on the go every day, working, playing, and simply living your life. Maintain your lifestyle and continued health with Art Chiropractic Center, your first choice in chiropractic care. Art Chiropractic Center on Middle Road in Bettendorf.
Live radar when you need it. On the Storm Tracking Weather app.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
Hey, Cub fans, don't forget to check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGNTV.com. Sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent serving the area for 37 years. To join the nation, contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Nice crowd on hand for the makeup game today, as Anthony Rizzo takes ball one. And Corey Kluber. It's a strike. Kluber, born in Alabama, went to high school in Texas. He and his family spent the offseason in Jacksonville, Florida. He went to Stetson.
The Stetson Hatters, Jacob deGrom, did he pitch at Stetson as well?
Yes. No, I don't have to look. I just said yes because it sounded great.
think he did. I know he hit a home run
yes.
off Chris Sale in college and down there in Florida.
He did. Yes, we have some flying insects here at the ballpark this week. Pulled foul on the ground.
Maybe those are drones. Maybe they're advanced scouts.
Baby drones.
They're advanced scouts from the American League. Tracking the movement on the pitches.
And he held.
He gets a dragonfly-like movement on that breaking pitch of his. Cubs, as they normally do, seeing a lot of pitches here. Good patient approach by Rizzo.
So yeah, Kluber, DeGrom, Chris Johnson, I just mentioned him. Kluber's new teammates. David Stetson, Lenny DiNardo, a big league pitcher, among others.
Kluber originally drafted by the Padres.
Strike three.
It's 3 out of 4 for him.
And second time a Cub hitter took a 3-2 pitch thinking it was ball 4.
Fowler's we took a look at it. It was a strike this time. That backdoor breaking ball did stay off the outside corner. Again, I think sometimes that pitch gets called a strike on Anthony because of his proximity to home plate. It's not that far away from him. I think the umpire sometimes gets influenced by that.
Chris Bryant, big day yesterday. 3 hits, including 2 home runs, a career high 4 runs scored, and a swing and a miss. His last 11 homers have come here at Wrigley Field. No Cub in his first major league season never hit more home runs than Chris Bryant's 19. Stands in fair territory. He's got it. 2 outs.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Tickets are still available for the next homestand, which begins on Monday, August 31st, and will feature games with the Reds and those sneaky Diamondbacks. As always, visit Cubs.com to purchase tickets and get the latest game time updates. Diamondbacks are playing good ball, scoring a lot of runs.
Good to see Tommy La Stella back in a big league uniform, brought up from AAA. Spending most of the season on the DL. Nasty oblique strain. He started the first game of the season. 1 at second, 1 at third, batted 9th. Went 1 for 6. And then 19 games at AA and AAA combined, including some rehab assignment time. So he hasn't played a lot this year.
Just when he got close to getting healthy, he aggravated it again. He did make good use of his time, though. He's growing a nice beard.
Here's 1-1.
La Stella has good on-base skills. He'll take a walk. He's got a short stroke. The reputation is that he handles good stuff because he does have a short, compact swing. See how he does against Kluber here today.
He would qualify as a guy who has really good stuff. And 1. Been lights out in interleague play. 10-1 with a 187 lifetime. 3-2. Jake Arrieta-like start to that windup. Not a lot of wasted movement.
Pretty simple delivery. Interesting. He's kind of been the little girl with the curl on her forehead. When she's good, really good. When she's bad, she's horrid. His last 5 starts, 3-2 with a 3.26 ERA. 3 complete games in those 5 starts and 2 ugly ones.
Swung on and missed. 6 batters in, 4 strikeouts for Kluber. A little twist on the makeup Monday. See if he can get it.
Cadillac rolling on an open road. Nothing out to run my V8 Cadillac doing about 95. Bumper to bumper rolling side by side. Maybelline. Why can't
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Everdahl Mortuary.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
No matter what kind of car you drive, we stock the batteries you need. And we have the deals you want. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Nothing ruins your day like a clogged drain or sewer. Well, fix it with a phone call.
Peterson Plumbing, how may I help you?
Peterson's courteous text will make that bad day go away. Peterson will clean any home's drain for just $99.99. That's up to 1.5 hour service on any drain, $99.99. And only Peterson offers a 6-month written warranty. Clogged drains? Fix it with a phone call to Peterson.
From our family to yours, Peterson Plumbing and Heating.
See which candidate thinks like you. Take the candidate quiz at WQAD.com.
Cadillac rolling on an open road. Nothing out to run my V8 Cadillac doing about 95. Bumper to bumper rolling side by side. Maybelline. Why can't you be?
Hope they have a nice cold beverage to wash that down. Ooh. Jalapenos.
That'll light you up right there.
Jerry Sands playing right. Pops it up. Shallow center. LaStella. Join Joe Madden and Cub players ringside after the game September 2nd for an unforgettable night of amateur boxing. Great food and giving back to Chicago's youth. Located at the Ravenswood Events Center, Madden's main event will feature local youth boxers at various skill levels, as well as a special main event bout. For tickets and details, make sure you go to CubsCharities.com. Giovanni Urshela in his 63rd Major League game. When we saw the Indians in June, just before they got here to Chicago, they had made some changes on the left side of their infield. That's their first hit. It's a first hit for either team, in fact. They did not get off to a very good start defensively. While their pitchers were missing a lot of bats, when the ball was put in play, they weren't turning those into outs. And Jose Ramirez and Lonnie Chisenhall short and third. They replaced those guys with Lindor and Urshela, and their defense has improved considerably.
Yeah. They got swing and miss guys. They got guys in the infield that can make plays. It's a pretty good outfit. That's what I mean. That this should be a better than they have played. Show better in the standings, I guess.
Ramirez, as Kluber bunts, pops it up, and it's a fair ball, and they're going to turn 2. What a play by Rizzo! Oh, we're going to have to show that when we come back. It looked like he shielded the ball from going foul. That is a brilliant play.
2 days, 14 bands, one massive barbecue. River Roots Live, the Quad Cities' premier music and rip festival, returns to downtown Davenport, August 28th and 29th in LeClaire Park. Casey Musgraves, Mavis Staples, Yonder Mountain String Band, and Hello Goodbye bring their award-winning hits to the riverfront. River Roots Live is presented by U.S. Cellular, Riverboat Development Authority, Kimberly Carr City, and produced by the Downtown Davenport Partnership with help from the River Music Experience and Living Lands and Waters. Get your tickets now.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office?
When we have an office business need, I pick up the phone and call All Makes.
Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's the great part about All Makes is that they can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, 2334 4th Avenue, Moline, Illinois.
Give it your all for a piece of the action. Getting involved in the moment is magic.
Time now for a speed replay brought to you by Xfinity. Corey Kluber got caught watching, and a very heads-up defender. We know Anthony Rizzo is that guy, and they turn a 3-6-4 double play.
Yeah, we've seen him make this play a couple times this year. Well, this time he's pursuing this ball like he's going to try to make a play out in the air. He cannot, but failing to do that, he does a great job of knocking that ball down, keeping it fair, and turning it into a double play. We've seen the creativity on a number of occasions for Anthony Rizzo. Just a tremendous all-around player.
He's putting together an MVP caliber season. Yeah, we're creating a hashtag, Rizzo for MVP. Bryce Harper, if the season ended today, would most likely be the MVP, but the way the Cubs have played, and we still have 40 games to go, he's in the mix. A little slip out there by Sands, but now comes in and retires Castro. The speed replay is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports.
Yeah, it's, to have that package where, he's an elite offensive player. He's a tremendous defender. He's been stealing bases. He made that play the other day where he tried to run through second base on a force play, hoping to get a steal a run at home plate. So he's always thinking very creative out there to go along with all the physical skills.
There's David Ross, who has caught 6 shutouts this season. He's batting 8th with Lester behind him hitting 9th. Ball hammered deep to the left and foul. No fair. A home run for Ross. He somehow got it around the pole, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
Terry Francona is taking a look at it in his dugout. David Ross didn't run. David thought it was foul.
I thought it was way foul, actually. But the third base umpire, Lance Barrett, made the call, and I'm sure they'll take another look.
And perhaps Lance didn't get a real good look at it. And as a third base umpire, you've got to call something.
Okay. I hate calling it fair or foul before the umpire does. But that's why I said foul. And they will overturn that after looking at it.
Yeah.
I jumped the gun. I apologize for that, but
you got it right. Ron Luciano, the very colorful umpire in the American League years ago, he wrote a couple of books. The Umpire Strikes Back. He tells a funny story about umpiring third base on a ball like that, high towering drive down the line. He had no idea, didn't see it, but you're compelled to make a call. So he said his philosophy was, whatever you call, you sell it as hard as possible.
Right.
And that was back before replay. And he said I think Earl Weaver was managing it. I think it was a against the Orioles. And he started pointing emphatically, fair, fair, fair. And next thing you know, Earl comes flying out of the dugout. He knows immediately that he blew it. Unlike now, there was no recourse back then.
They just showed it on the scoreboard out in left, so obviously David knows that they will overturn it. Just kind of waiting for the official word from New York.
I don't want to put any pressure on David, but I've already marked a home run in my scorecard. So got a couple more shots, big boy. It feels like he got away with something there.
So just a dramatic strike.
Kluber in his last start against the Red Sox at Fenway allowed 4 home runs. Home runs allowed, a career high for Kluber.
Comes the 1-2, and he struck him out. Two outs. Here comes John Lester.
Get his home run, he gets punched out, number 5 for Kluber. His last name appropriately begins with K.
Lester 1 for 80 in his career. Snapped an 0 for 66 to begin his major league career. That was a record. The batter to start a career. Finally ended that 0 for.
Joe Madden putting the pitcher in the 9-hole today for the first time this year. It's more to do with the lineup than it does with John Lester. He wanted some protection behind Bryant and Tommy La Stella, a left-handed hitter, provide a little bit of that in Joe's mind. There goes La Stella, Castro, Ross, Lester to finish off the batting order.
Almost just off the inside corner, and Lester able to hold up. Hard but foul. Bullpen led by Chad Noble, the bullpen coach. Catcher. He doesn't move at all. Those balls come screaming through there. Zach Rosscup, we mentioned, just joining the major league roster.
Putting up a good fight here. Cooper, in his 6th year with the Indians, was acquired from San Diego, July of 2010, deal that sent Jake Westbrook to the Cardinals, and Ryan Ludwig from St. Louis to San Diego. 5-year, $38.5 million deal he signed with Cleveland, plus a couple of option years. There's the Judge Smales fan club. 2 Smales and that flyer.
Lester putting up a pretty good fight. Defending John, when other teams' broadcasters look at his career batting numbers and we say, you know, the guy can swing it. He has been horribly unlucky. And you're seeing some of that prowess here in this at bat. This will be the 10th pitch.
It's a good AB right here.
Full count.
And the fans aware of the good work he's doing.
First 8 hitters, Kluber struck out 5. He drives that ball out in the deep left. Brantley's got it on the warning track. The loud out off the bat of John Lester. The replacements to break.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked.
We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement.
If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it,
call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber. And I'm Kellen Weber from Weber Auto Group. Our family of customers is growing here at Weber Auto Group. My brother thinks it's due to our great selection of fully inspected vehicles. And my sister thinks it's due to our great pricing and in-house financing. My dad says it takes quality vehicles and great prices. Plus, you must treat people right.
We can't wait to grow up and join the family business.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iSeries, iComfort, or Serta Perfect Sleeper beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattresses at Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
Yeah, we're in the makeup business, and the Cubs are enjoying play against their own league. Maybe not so much versus the AL. They're 8-10 against the American League this year, so they're 22 over against the National League.
So they're breaking up with the American League.
I think part of it is the AL Central, the division they're playing in the league, is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of it too is just when you run into clubs at a certain time and maybe they're swinging it well. We certainly saw that with Detroit here the other day. Pitching matchups, obviously, we run into some good pitching. Doesn't matter how good or bad the club is. If they got an ace on the mound and he's on top of his game, they're going to be hard to beat.
Sheehan wrote about it that the Central divisions have been the 2 best in baseball. The NL Central by far the best. I like what you did the other day in the National League East. You took the bottom 3 teams, did the collective record.
60-some-odd games below 500.
Yeah, Cleveland is in last. They're 7 under.
You remember when we had Peter Gammons up here back mid-July? And we asked him, and you asked him, I believe, what was the most surprising thing this year in baseball, and he said how the power in the game is in the middle of the country.
Yeah, well said. 3-1 from Lester to Kipnis. Hit hard on the ground, and Listella cannot knock it down. That is a leadoff hit. Jason Kipnis, who now has 11 hits over his last 6 games, including today. We saw him in June when he was scorching out.
He can play. Standing hitter, good defender. And he can run a little bit. He's stolen 11 bases. He's been caught 8 times, so not a great percentage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be with John on the mound. There's 2 Cleveland base runners where he raced with double plays. John 7-1 against his team, lifetime with a 3.23 ERA. Pitched to once against last season, 7 2/3 of 2-run baseball. Current group has not had a lot of looks at him in terms of the individual matchups between their hitters and John.
But rolled foul. Ooh, that one got Ross Cup. And no flinch at all. I couldn't do it. How about to not even look at it?
Yeah, because if you look at it, you're going to react.
Just don't let it hit your pitching arm.
You talk about the power of peer pressure. Guy willing to hang in there and take one in the lips, just so he doesn't take heat from his boys down there in the bullpen.
Now Zach is going inside, but he's got to smile and act like nothing happened. 3-2. Kipnis inching off first, not running, and that ball bounced foul. But Terry Francona knows John Lester as well as anybody. Pitched for him for a long time in Boston. Know about the running game. A couple of teams have taken advantage of Lester this season. Now Ross out to talk with him. And Sandy Alomar Jr. chatting with Kipnis over at first. Enjoy the enhanced Budweiser bleachers. They still remain a timeless tradition in Chicago. No experience quite like it. Visit Cubs.com/bleachers to buy tickets and learn more about the available spaces. The other part of it for Tito might be the wind's blowing straight out. He probably doesn't want any mistakes made on the bases today either. A little more careful on a day like this.
That's always a consideration when you look up and you see the flags blowing the way they are. We don't want to be get too daring on the bases and take chances. So the question becomes, how much of it is, and I think with the average pitcher, that thinking certainly makes sense. Now with John and his struggles out there, it changes the math a little bit.
Line shot, caught by Fowler. Tagging and heading to third is Kipnis. First and third, one away. Switch hitting Santana.
His 15th home run yesterday. He hit that one as a left-handed hitter, and that's the only home run he's hit as a left-handed hitter this year.
Slugging just over 300. Right-handed. Look at his career numbers and really match up. His overall numbers have been a little better as a righty than a lefty, but not this year. So they tend to pay more attention to the career numbers in that regard than a small sample size in one particular summer. Not a surprise he's ahead 2-0 in the count. Takes a lot of walks. This time, though, he grounds one back up the middle. They will turn it. 4-6-3. La Stella and Castro haven't played together since early April. And they help John Lester get out of the fourth inning. Still scoreless.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
Goods Furniture, 3 blocks, 12 multi-level buildings full of furniture at prices to fit every budget. Handcrafted quality furniture at everyday low prices. Take some time to visit the shops at Market Square, where you'll find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Relax over a glass of wine and enjoy lunch or a snack at the Wine Cellar restaurant. You can even spend the night at our bed and breakfast. Experience the good life for yourself at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
I love coming to River Bandits games. I love eating popcorn and watching baseball. And all those crazy, funny acts. But mostly, I like to play in the bounce houses and ride cool rides like the Ferris wheel and the dropping twist. And if I do my chores, my dad even lets me stay up late and watch the fireworks.
Dylan, you missed the spot there.
Well, at least I don't have to clean the bathrooms.
The River Bandits at Modern Woodman Park.
Where the fun never stops.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
So here's $300. Because you're awesome.
Let's keep the Pay It Forward circle going. If you know someone who gives everything of themselves, we want to give you $300 to give to them. Pay It Forward. Make a nomination at WQAD.com.
Cub fans, show your Cubby pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
By the way, going back to the David Ross home run that turned into a foul ball, that was a crew chief review. The boundary call was overturned anyway, so wouldn't have mattered. Terry Francona would have maintained the challenge, but those boundary calls are crew chief reviews. Both managers still with a challenge. One strike on Dexter Fowler. Nice defense. Cubs turning to 4-3. Actually, the last 2 innings. Double plays to end a threat by Cleveland. That's a perilous position for a middle infielder when he's got his back turned to the runner, but nice play by Castro. Fowler swings and misses. About 6 strikeouts, batters, and the pitcher Lester lined one to the warning track.
Yeah, maybe the best thing of the day so far for the Cubs.
Tweet us your Cubs selfies at hashtag WGN Cubs. You may see yourself. A fan can set later. Schwarber fan swinging in the first. Kluber, the Cy Young winner last year, still has not made an all-star team. Leads the majors in innings pitched, batters faced this season. Major League leading 4 complete games. Kluber.
Next up, looking fielder, Chris Conlon.
Conlon in right today. Jorge Soler going to the DL with an oblique injury. 7th career start in right. And if we go back to his minor league days, we know he started as an infielder. He actually played more right than he did left or center. July 30th of last year, Corey Kluber needed 85 pitches as he beat Felix Hernandez and the Mariners 2-0. See that Greg Maddux type performance too often anymore.
Especially for a guy who racks up so many strikeouts. The delivery reminds me a little bit of Chris Carpenter, the former Cardinal. Carpenter threw more of a traditional curveball than Kluber does. So for a time there, the Cubs were having a good bit of luck missing aces. That hasn't been the case lately. They got Sale, they're getting Kluber here, and they'll see at least 3 of them on this next trip.
He just struck out the side.
Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw. But after time, hard work and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
Peterson Plumbing will clean any home's drain for just $99.99. That's up to 1.5 hours of service. $99.99.
But I like that drain cleaner with the jingle.
The one who charges $200 to $300?
Yeah, that one.
Mom, the drain's backed up again.
$99?
$99.99.
That would be less.
And Peterson has a 6-month written warranty.
Do they have a jingle?
Peterson Plumbing and Heating.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office?
When we have an office business need, I pick up the phone and call all Megs.
Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's the great part about all makes is that They can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, 2334 4th Avenue, Moline, Illinois.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
2 hits, both belonging to the Indians. Corey Kluber has no-hit the Cubs through 4 on 8 strikeouts. 1 strike on Yan Gomes.
Spent a decent amount of time on the DL earlier this year. The numbers are down. He had a really good year last season.
In Sao Paulo, Brazil, school in Miami. Barry University and the University of Tennessee. He's 28. 10th round pick of the Blue Jays in 2009. Over with Mike Aviles. November of 2012 in exchange for Esmail Rogers, a pitcher. Bryant will charge it. High throw, but Rizzo stays on the base. Step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Great to have you with us. This game not on your pocket schedule. Make up from a rainout on June 15th, which actually worked out okay because that night we were able to watch the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. Will head out. Mike Aviles has had a split focus this year, and you can understand why. His teammates, the Indians organization, really Major League Baseball, all have shown great support for Mike and his young daughter Adriana, who is battling leukemia. Jorge Posada even mentioned Aviles and his family during his Jersey retirement speech in New York on Saturday, which Aviles really appreciated. And the Indians reportedly also kept Aviles off the trading block because of those family concerns. Pretty classy. As he grounds out. Terry Francona recently went with his former pitching coach and now the Red Sox manager, John Farrell, to his first chemotherapy treatment. Indians were in Boston. Not too many people more well respected in this game than Terry Francona.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
Former Cub.
That hurdle like pace going on that bubblegum today.
Want to send out happy birthday wishes to Eric Thorne. And I guess now your wife has to take you out to dinner, Eric, according to your tweet. 2-0.
So what was the deal? If he got his name mentioned on TV, she would take him to dinner?
Apparently.
getting all the strikeouts. John Lester with a little different MO here today. Just about every out on the ground, including 3 double plays. Infield pop-ups, the only ball to the outfield. Brantley fly to center. Last inning. John has 1 strikeout. That was the second batter of the game, Lindor. Doesn't matter how you get him as long as you get him. 2 of those flyouts, really infield pops.
Two on Sands. Dodger Ray. Hard, but right to La Stella on the ground. It is over. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart, babe. Scoreless.
A little Sammy Davis Jr. thing going there.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
You'll love living with your Lincoln MKC from Streeter, the perfect luxury car. Great for the grocery store with its hands-free tailgate, taking Fido to the vet. So much room. Safety too, with blind spot alerts and automatic braking. Your Lincoln MKC even has a push-button transmission. Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln MKC from Streeter. Test drive it today at Streeter Lincoln of the Quad Cities, 520 West Kimberly Road, Davenport.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked. We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement. If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it, call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Wow, where did you get those nails? They're beautiful, and they look very expensive.
Not at all, and best of all, they do hold up to the beating they take.
You must tell me, who did your nails?
The Hair Society, of course.
The Hair Society, where society meets.
Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way, this Bud's for you.
Stay tuned for the 7th inning stretch. It usually happens around the middle of the 7th, and it's brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Pat and Ronnie will handle the stretch. A 2-part harmony. You retweeted his ESPN stats and info. Tweet Corey Kluber is the 4th pitcher this year to not give up a base runner through 4 innings 3 times. Can you name the other 3 pitchers? To be perfect.
4. Shelby Miller.
Nope.
Jake Arrieta.
Nope.
Chris Heston. Max Scherzer, of course.
Kershaw and Madison
Bumgarner.
Yes.
And nailed that.
You guys are pretty good. It's like Barney Fife with the preamble of the Constitution. We
killed that. Anyone? Bueller?
One, 2. On the ground at first. Kluber's got a cover. Santana will flip it to him in time to get Rizzo.
No, so right before we went to break last inning, I was talking about this run now. face Kluber here today. Bumgarner in San Francisco. I believe they're going to get Kershaw and Greinke.
Probably Kershaw only, I think. Looks like Greinke may go on Thursday, but yeah. Not easy.
Why it's the big leagues. To be the best, you got to beat the best.
Arrieta will start tomorrow night in San Francisco and then Sunday night in LA. Strike to Bryant. He is listed as the Thursday afternoon starter at Cincinnati for the Dodgers. Cubs would miss him next weekend. Matchups for the Giants series. Giants dropped 3 of 4 in Pittsburgh. Cubs will go to San Francisco either up 6.5 or 5.5 on the Giants.
Well, we've had pointed to this stretch for quite some time. It's 17 games in Chicago in a 19-day period, and that the Cubs had this great opportunity, and they have taken full advantage. Played great baseball, a little bump in the road with that 2-game set to a setback against the Tigers, but look at this remarkable turnaround since July 26th. Gained 8.5 games on the Giants. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh keeps winning at a pretty good clip too, so they really haven't been able to make any ground on the Pirates.
So Bryant strikes out. I guess he swung at it trying to get out of the way. Yep, he went. Nine now for Kluber. Filthy stuff today from the Indians right-hander. There's La Stella. Welcome back to the big leagues. You get to face Corey Kluber.
Yeah, one of those good news, bad news things. You're going back to the big leagues, and your mission, should you choose to accept it, a little something done against Corey Kluber here today.
We got working there.
Couple meat.
Popped him up. And Santana has to backpedal to make the catch. Corey Kluber has been perfect through 5. Little mac and cheese and pulled pork.
Good eats.
Okay. Genesis is committed to quality, compassionate healthcare to all those in need. This year we're celebrating 20 years of service to the Quad City region. We remain the Quad City's only locally owned, operated, and governed health system. Genesis is proud to partner with WQAD News 8 to sponsor Unsung Heroes, local volunteers and paid professionals who share our commitment to community service. Go to WQAD.com and nominate someone you know for our local Jefferson Award.
Grab the family or a few friends and stop by QC Family Entertainment to play our state-of-the-art video games and a round of laser tag in our 2-story arena. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Thanks for watching The Kids, Mom. It's great having you close by again.
Ready to make the move?
Ready.
Change our home search to 4 bedrooms. It's twins.
Whatever is next in your life, Mel Foster can help you find your home.
You're on the go every day, working, playing, and simply living your life. Maintain your lifestyle and continued health with Art Chiropractic Center, your first choice in chiropractic care. Art Chiropractic Center on Middle Road in Bettendorf.
Live radar when you need it. Download the Storm Tracking weather app today.
QC Family Entertainment is the perfect place for your next office meeting or party. With our 3 party rooms, we can accommodate your needs while having fun bowling, playing laser tag, and games. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Text Subway to 97999 right now for your chance to win 6 meals from the Simple 6 menu at Subway. Subway, eat fresh. Message and data rates may apply. Well, a bunch of zeros. No, I'm not talking about people in the booth.
Losers.
I'm talking about the line score.
Bagels.
Shella, the third baseman. He's been overshadowed by Kluber, but as you said, gotten to the same place different ways. John has 1 strikeout. He's given up 2 hits. He's been very efficient, more so than Kluber. As he got through 5, Lester just over 50 pitches. Kluber over 70. 2-1 to Urshela.
John taking a little extra time before starting his windup there, so David Ross asked for timeout just to reset, get him back into rhythm.
Fly ball center field. Sunglasses on, makes a catch.
Folks, still time to plan a group outing this season at Wrigley Field. The Cubs offer special ticket packages for groups of 15 or more. Exclusive benefit options including parking and Wrigley Field tours. For more information, visit Cubs.com/groups.
Kluber got caught looking as he bunted in the 3rd inning with a runner at first. Anthony Rizzo played the ball on a hop, made a nice sliding grab after the ball hit the grass, turned to 3-6-4 double play.
Defense by the Cubs today. Lester throwing a lot of strikes, working quickly, everybody engaged.
Just on a curveball outside, 1-2. Well, we got a long way to go. We're in the 6th inning, but with the wind howling straight out, goes to show you if you pitch well, you can have success even on a day like this. His 2nd strikeout of the afternoon. And let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Jason Kipnis is 1 for 2. Makeup game today from June 15th. Indians and Cubs wrapping up the season series. DL time earlier this month. Kipnis with right shoulder inflammation. Big bounce back year for him. All-star for the 2nd time in 3 years.
Unique start there as he points that bat back parallel, and didn't really help him that much that time, did it?
It's Jackson 5, Makeup Monday. We'll watch you back.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Corvins Insurance.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber.
And I'm Kellen Weber
from Weber Auto Group. Our family of customers is growing here at Weber Auto Group. My brother thinks it's due to our great selection of fully inspected vehicles.
And my sister thinks it's due to our great pricing and in-house financing.
My dad says it takes quality vehicles and great prices. Plus, you must treat people right.
We can't wait to grow up and join the family business.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
The grass just got greener. Only $25 gets you a cart and 18 holes of golf anytime after 10 a.m. any day at Sauckie. A great deal on a course that's in great shape. Told you the grass just got greener. Call for a tee time at Sauckie today.
Two of the best dramas on TV, Elementary, Person of Interest, are coming this September.
Are you serious?
That's me, Watson, Joke Machine.
Weeknights on WGN America and late night Sundays on WQAD News 8.
Pitcher's day so far here at the ballpark. Corey Kluber and John Lester have been dueling. Kluber has not allowed a base runner. David Ross missed a home run by a couple of feet. That's been it.
Yeah, he's been throwing sinkers and four-seam fastballs, 92 to 95 miles an hour. He's had that sharp breaking ball working. He's mixed in the occasional changeup. And game on here. A couple of elite pitchers on top of their games.
Chris Sale had a 15 strikeout game against the Cubs recently, but they were able to work some deep counts. He starts the sixth with 72 pitches so far. Castro in for Russell today. First started short for Starlin since August 6th. 4 starts at second base in the interim. There's a 1-1. Ray in off the plate on a breaking ball. Happen to receive Popular Mechanics?
I do not.
Kluber was on the cover of the April issue this year.
Pitching magazine, huh?
I guess it was a piece about performing different tasks. His was throwing a curveball.
Well, he has a kind of a funky breaking ball. It's this hybrid, and he doesn't really define it. He doesn't call it a curveball or a slider. He just calls it his breaking ball. And like a lot of guys we see over the Arrieta, you guys have the ability to shape their breaking pitch, make it a little softer and bigger, or tighter and smaller.
Urshela ranging to his left, and he gets Castro.
Take home a game used or autographed item and help benefit Cubs charities. Cubs Authentics is the premier outlet for all MLB authenticated Cubs memorabilia. Visit Cubs.com/authentics to bid on weekly auction items and to pre-order game used bases and baseballs. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities.
Kluber, a very serious guy. His nickname is Klubot. But he's coachable and a very focused individual. He's been on his game. Cutter, swing and a miss by Ross. David hit a blast to left in his first at bat. Originally called a home run, but clearly foul. And he ended up striking out.
Got that prototypical big power right-hander's body, 6'4", 215, kind of like Arrieta. Sturdy guy.
Yeah, I loved your analogy earlier in the year, and I think it applies today. You've got the plow horse against the thoroughbred, Lester and Kluber.
And Kluber racking up all the strikeouts, and Lester just doing his thing, just relentlessly pounding the bottom of the zone.
That'll be the first Cub hit, so David Ross getting the best cuts at Kluber. Perfect game is gone. No hitter is gone in the 6th inning.
And the guy who's had the best at bat against Kluber, John Lester, strides up to home plate. Saw a lot of pitches, ended up driving the ball deep to left field. Brantley able to run it down. We'll see if the Cubs can get a little something going here at the bottom of the batting order. And slider down, but Ross able to get out in front of it, cut it off, and loop it into left for a 1-out knock.
Being a good bunt by Lester. A defensive jab at it, but it worked.
A little surprised Santana didn't take a shot at David Ross at second base. Pretty impressive to get that bunt down. Joe Madden going old school here today, having his pitcher bat ninth and laying down a first pitch sacrifice bunt.
Playing against an American League team,
which is kind of has played the game in a National League fashion this year. They lead the American League in sacrifice bunts.
Fowler pops it up. Lindor, the shortstop, emphatically calling for it in shallow center, and the inning is over. The perfect game is over, but we're still scoreless.
Coming to River Bandits games. I'm eating popcorn and watching baseball. And all those crazy, funny acts. But mostly, I like to play in the bounce houses and ride cool rides like the Ferris wheel and the dropping twist. And if I do my chores, my dad even lets me stay up late and watch the fireworks.
Dylan, you missed the spot there.
Well, at least I don't have to clean the bathrooms.
The River Bandits at Modern Woodman Park,
where the fun never stops.
Give it your all for a piece of the action. Getting involved in the moment is magic.
Get ready for the 18th annual Quad Cities Marathon, presented by Triumph Community Bank, Sunday, September 27th, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Time for a WGN Cubs fan cam with the Foo Fighters. weekend. We hope you enjoy the Billy Joel concert and then the Foo Fighters in September. Zach Brown Band and ACC. So 0-0. We get into the 7th inning. Opening day starters, and they have been on their game here today.
It's a change of plans pitching matchup. Look in the morning paper. Ooh, Lester and Kluber. Check this ball game out this afternoon. Save mowing the lawn for another day.
Call, strike number 2 on Lindor.
Kid's been on a nice roll. He's hit 16 of 18, batting better than 400 in that stretch. In Puerto Rico, went to high school in Florida.
He is 70 days older than Addison Russell. He's 21. He went 1 pick ahead of Javier Baez in the 2011 draft. He went 8th overall.
Yeah, I think Baseball America had him as the 9th best prospect coming into this season.
It's outside.
All America Baseball Prospectus, one of those.
Something with baseball in the title.
Yeah, one of those people that rate prospects. Everybody had him up there in the business.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Change up.
That was a change up.
Well, it was a good one. 3 in a row now. 4 on the day for Lester.
It was well deployed. Outside part of the plate. Downward action. See the grip. And the flail.
Wait a minute. You're on this tangent of taking some of the militaristic terms away from home runs, and you drop deployed as it comes to pitching. Michael Brantley with a base hit.
No, everything.
See what you did there.
It's a bomb or a missile or a laser. It's deployed. It's executed. This is supposed to be a pastoral game with green grass and sunshine and lazy days at the ballpark. We just want to blow people up and ambush them and steal things.
Brantley has 13 stolen bases. You wonder if at some point the Indians are going to decide to try to run.
Well, there have been so many ground balls into 3 double plays.
36 successful steals against John Lester, most among all pitchers so far this year.
Brantley 13 out of 14 this year. He was 17 out of 18 last year.
Does not have a very big lead. In fact, I don't think any guy who's been on base, there haven't been a lot of them for the Indians, has looked at all like he wants to run.
I'm with you. Kipnis measured a decent lead, but there was nothing in his body language that led you to believe he was thinking about going anywhere.
So that, at least to this point, has taken that issue out of the equation for Lester and Ross. Just to let Brantley know Ross is paying attention to him. 3-1.
Getting to that stage of the ball game, their one mistake could cost you the game. The way both these pitchers are going, and both guys know it. The latter third of the ball game.
Bouncer to La Stella, the feed to Castro, relay out at first. Double play, inning over. The 3rd inning ender, actually the 4th for the Cubs. Time now for the stretch. It's brought to you by Budweiser.
nice and loud. Let me hear you. You ready, guys? There we are. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey, let's get some runs.
2 days, 14 bands, one massive barbecue. River Roots Live, the Quad Cities' premier music and rip festival, returns to downtown Davenport, August 28th and 29th in LeClaire Park. Casey Musgraves, Mavis Staples, Yonder Mountain String Band, and Hello Goodbye bring their award-winning hits to the riverfront. River Roots Live is presented by U.S. Cellular, Riverboat Development Authority, Kimberly Carr City, and produced by the Downtown Davenport Partnership with help from the River Music Experience and Living Lands and Waters. Get your tickets now.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
The Riverwood Rehab team of doctors, nurses, and therapists are here to help you move smoothly from the hospital through your rehabilitation and back home. Learn why Riverwood Rehab is the area's premier destination for post-hospital short-term rehabilitation.
Today's game brought to you by the number 2. Double plays, 5-4-3, kind of routine, and then a beautiful play here by Rizzo on the popped-up bunt by Kluber. Sharply hit up the middle, no problem. Estella to Castro, beautiful turn. And one more time, 4-6-3. 13 outs accounted for on the ground here this afternoon for John Lester.
1 ball, no strikes on Kyle Schwarber, bottom 7. Scoreless tie. This team hoping for a mistake pitch with the wind blowing out.
Yeah, I'm talking about high leverage situation for a pitcher now. You get into the later stages. Cubs have hit 9 home runs in the previous 2 days.
It's a little breezy today. The west is 16 miles an hour when the first pitch was thrown, and it seems to be gusting right now. Just blew it past him.
Hat trick for Schwarber. Time for today's Honda game summary. Well, it's been all about the pitching, and there are the pitching lines. Kluber with the strikeout pitch going. He's got 10 of them now in 6 1/3. John Lester, 7 shutout innings, 1 walk, 4 punch-outs. Honda Dream Garage Sales event now at your Honda dealer. Kluber becomes the 9th pitcher to strike out 10 or more Cubs in a ball game this year.
Coughlin playing right.
So,
yeah,
here's one for you. 9 pitchers have thrown a game of 10 or more strikeouts. One guy's done it twice to the Cubs this year. 3 of said pitchers, strikeout pitchers, have pitched no-hitters this year. Obviously not all against the Cubs. Chris Sale twice struck out 10 or more Cubs in a game, including 15 last time we saw him. I'm not going to give you the hints on that. The 3 guys that have thrown no hitters this season who have a double-digit strikeout games against.
So there have been 5 no hitters total, right?
I believe so.
So I just have to come up with 3 of those guys.
No hitters.
Fired.
You are correct, sir.
Cole Hamels.
You are correct, sir.
That was in the same game. I'm missing one.
You are. One of the same guys I missed when you gave me a quiz earlier.
Madison.
No.
Coughlin into the left field corner. He's trying for two. And the throw by Brantley is offline. Max Scherzer.
You got it, sir. And Chris Coughlin's got it going here with a one-out outfield double. Boy, he's done so much good work the other way. Not just him, the entire Cub team. That was a theme today. Opposite field home runs. This is that two-seamer running away from Coughlin. And he just pings it the other way for two bases.
Couple of shots here to get the lead. And you got Rizzo and Bryant.
Nothing doing in either bullpen. Both of these pitchers have been in complete command. So big chance here for Rizzo. Gary Jones, third base coach. You would expect him to be very aggressive with a send here. On a base hit.
Second time in as many innings. The only two times the Cubs have had a runner in scoring position. Not had a base runner reach third. Have had one runner at third. That was Kipnis. And the best scoring chance for either team came in the fourth inning. First two Indians got on. 4-6-3 double play got Lester out of it. Up a hammered foul off the facing the second deck.
That cutter a little bit. It didn't have that darting action. It stayed up and cement mixered on him. I think he'd be awfully cautious with Anthony in this situation.
1-2 on Rizzo.
He's got a base open. Got a right-handed hitter on deck, albeit a dangerous one, but right-handed hitters hitting just 195 against Kluber this year.
Down the right field line, long run over Sands. That ball's going to be onto the warning track into the wall. Coughlin will score. Rizzo on his way to third. It's a triple.
Would you rather have standing in the batter's box for the Chicago Cubs in a critical moment? Nobody more so than Anthony Rizzo. And we have seen him do this time and time again. Fastball's moving in and likely going to hit him in the hip if he doesn't hit it. Pulls the hands in. Not only does he hit it, he manages to keep it fair. And then the race is on between Jerry Sands and the ball. Can he get there before the ball gets down? A noble effort off the glove. But the Cubs have the lead, and Rizzo all the way to third base with one out.
A double triple, 1-0. And the Indians have to bring their infield in against Chris Bryant. Strike. Well, you got a lot of room in the outfield. Got the infield in, the outfield back with a wind blowing straight out. Tap back to the mound, and that'll keep Rizzo at third. 2 outs.
This is good stuff, man. Old-fashioned pitcher's duel here. Both these guys hard and nobody up in either bullpen. Both managers liking what they see from their guys. So far, at least, the manager saying, "It's your game, big guy."
Side to La Stella. Way high, 2-0. Strike. Dropped the first 2 of this homestand to Detroit. Gave up a ton of runs, but 4-game sweep over the Braves, trying to make it 5 in a row before they head off to California the rest of the week. The onesie trip.
Yeah, the Cubs play Sunday night in L.A. Not due back here until about 5 in the morning on Monday.
Retired the first 16 men he faced today. He was perfect into the 6th, and he's now trailing in the 7th. That's how good John Lester has been. Kipnis will make the play, and that will end the inning. Go ahead. Triple for an MVP candidate, Anthony Rizzo, and it's 1-0 Cubs.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office?
When we have an office business need, I pick up the phone and call Allmax.
Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's a great part about Allmax is that they can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
Allmax Office Furniture, 2334 4th Avenue, Moline, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber. And I'm Kellen Weber
from Weber Auto Group.
Our family of customers is growing here at Weber Auto Group. My brother thinks it's due to our great selection of fully inspected vehicles.
And my sister thinks it's due to our great pricing and in-house financing.
My dad says it takes quality vehicles and great prices. Plus, you must treat people right.
We can't wait to grow up and join the family business.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iSeries, iComfort, or Serta Perfect Sleeper beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattresses at Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand store headquarters.
Crime fighting.
Exactly what I would have done. You go crazy.
Jailbreaking.
This is fun.
You know you turn me on. Gun blasting. Why don't you take me? Good time.
Weeknights on WGN America and late night Sundays on WQAD News 8.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Reserve your place in line for history in the making by joining the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list. 8th inning. John Lester is still in there with a low pitch count. A 1-0 count on Yan Gomes. Rizzo with the RBI triple after Coughlin had doubled. Aviles and Sands. All right-handed hitters do. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Zach McAllister's up. Cleveland bullpen. Former Cub Jason Beret is the bullpen coach. Jason, this way. Hello. Hey, there you go. Line the other way for a base hit. Gomes is aboard. We may have a pinch runner here. Terry Francona is looking down the dugout, and it will be Jose Ramirez, the aforementioned infielder, is now playing a little outfield. Cubs Ford upcoming schedule looks like this. WGN Sports tomorrow night, late night on the West Coast. Big series. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Aviles bunts. He pushes one right to Rizzo. And he'll tag Aviles with Ramirez advancing.
Normally the adage is you don't play for a tie game on the road, but I think that was essentially making sure you don't hit into yet another double play. You know, the one thing that Terry might regret after this ball game, if things don't turn in his favor, is trying to implement a little more of the running game earlier in this ball game.
Sands. Ground ball is short, and Ramirez quickly back to the bag as Castro makes the play to first.
Another ground ball out. 12 times already this year, John Lester has pitched at least 7 innings and allowed 2 earned runs or fewer. Some as an ultra quality start.
Is that you?
No, I was reading about it. I actually have Peter GammonsDaily.com had a story.
Ultra quality start.
Ultra quality start. 7 innings or more, 2 earned runs or less.
Okay, I like it.
John among the leaders in the National League in that department. You can do a search on Baseball Reference play index. Filter for all that.
The tying run at second and 2 outs. Strike.
Ryan Rayburn out on deck.
Castro again. First, that's it. Indians done in the 8th. Cubs lead 1-0 late.
River Valley Turf is the place to shop for John Deere tractors, lawn equipment, and gators. From 150
horsepower John Deere tractors down to residential lawn equipment, they've got you covered. At River Valley Turf, you'll find more equipment at unbeatable prices, and our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right model for you. And we even let you ride and drive your next mower before you buy. River Valley Turf offers at-home maintenance for all of your power equipment for all seasons. We're a full-service dealership, offering pickup and delivery as well as home services. River Valley Turf in Davenport and Silvis.
QCA Pools and Spas manufactures and distributes 3 lines of infrared saunas. But did you know our patented TheraSauna is the only sauna that can make you healthier? TheraSauna's patented stable heat system keeps the heat at a constant temperature, which allows your body to absorb more far infrared and release toxins stored inside. This process can help reduce muscle spasms, inflammation, and help with blood circulation. Stop into QCA Pools and Spas and try the patented infrared TheraSauna or visit TheraSauna.com.
Peel Motors in Princeton and Geneseo. Simply unbeatable deals on new Chevys, new Cadillacs, new Buicks, and new GMCs. Peel Motors, Princeton and Geneseo. We're worth the trip.
A TV reporter assaulted. The evidence destroyed. This cop has had enough.
I need you to stay back right now.
Law and Order SVU.
Monday after Chicago baseball.
Makeup Monday, and the Cubs lead the Indians 1-0. Starters have gone the distance. Roberto Perez takes over behind the plate after Gomes was lifted for a pinch runner. Corey Kluber will continue on. Cubs hoping he gets an 8-inning complete game loss. Strike on Starlin Castro. There is nobody up in the Cubs bullpen as John Lester threw 8. Is at 83 pitches. Line shot into center. Castro starts the inning with a base hit. This is the second time Lester has gone 8 innings in his 25 starts this year. The other time was on July 29th, the 3-2 win over the Rockies. Struck out 14 that day. Made 117 pitches. That tells you how different today has been. Much more efficient, and those double play balls, as you mentioned, have helped a ton.
For a little insurance here in the 8th.
Ross pops it up foul and to the seats. That run the Cubs got in the 7th inning, the first time they've scored against the Indians in this ballpark in 2 tries this year. And shut out on June the 16th, 6-0. Kyle Crockett has joined Zach McAllister. And Crockett. They sound like something out of Old Western.
There's a few years back named Daniel Boone, Dan Boone. Boone and Crockett on the same club.
One and one on Ross. Santana holds on Castro. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ross broke up the perfect game. Single, 1 out in the 6th. Second, thought he had hit a home run in the 3rd, but they reviewed it and realized it was foul to left. he's on, JD, he's going to reach 200 innings before we get to September.
186 2/3 innings prior to this one today.
Foul tip, strike 3. 11. Get a behind-the-scenes look at beautiful Wrigley Field. The Cubs offer 90-minute guided tours that include a chance to step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses over 100 years of history. For more info, visit Cubs.com/tours. Nice hand for John Lester, who will shoot for his 12th career complete game and his 5th career shutout. Squares to bunt, takes ball 1.
Oh, he's looking pretty relaxed right now. Fantasy baseball, and WGN serves up real-time highlights and pitch tracking info on your out-of-market fantasy players, live or on demand on over 400 devices. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Get MLB.tv today.
Kristen Benjaminson, happy 40th, and Lindsey Smith celebrating a birthday today at the ballpark. 2-1 on Lester. We want a great audio man in the truck, Frank Leone, and our great fans for helping us with our music selections. Make up Monday. Michelle in at third, but the ball will be picked up by the first baseman, Santana. A couple of sack bunts today for Lester.
Doing it all, isn't he? Pitching a lights-out game. He's had 3 very successful plate appearances. And now with 2 outs, Hector Rondon's going to start to loosen.
Good your starter has been, you
have to be ready to react.
You got to be set in your bullpen just in case. Interesting way to finish up a homestand that has featured a laser show every day.
Yeah, this is kind of like seeing a 1-0 game at Coors Field. The way the wind is blowing out here today, this is the last thing you would expect given the conditions and given the starting pitchers. It's more understandable.
Cubs as a starting staff have 3 complete games, 2 by Jake Arrieta, 1 by Kyle Hendricks. Each has a shutout. Castro will hold. 1-2 to Fowler. This will be pitch number 120 for Kluber.
Yesterday left the ballgame off a lot of the first with a home run. He has a .464 on base percentage since July 2nd. It's the second best in Major League Baseball in that time. Bryant here for all the hitters today.
Dexter's all right. Right hand or wrist. Cubs already put 2 guys on the DL today. That might be it. Well, Kluber as well, as Terry Francona is waiting until Fowler's situation is sorted out. Part of it hit the knob too. It hit his hand first.
Yeah, had to get a little bit of bat to make that sound, right?
That will be it for Kluber. First and second, 2 outs in the 8th. Cubs lead 1-0.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
QCA Pools and Spas manufactures and distributes 3 lines of infrared saunas. But did you know our patented TheraSauna is the only sauna that can make you healthier? TheraSauna's patented stable heat system keeps the heat at a constant temperature, which allows your body to absorb more far infrared and release toxins stored inside. This process can help reduce muscle spasms, inflammation, and help with blood circulation. Stop into QCA Pools and Spas and try the patented infrared TheraSauna or visit TheraSauna.com.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
Kluber about it, and he stays in the game. That's good news. Left-hander Kyle Crockett makes his 20th appearance. 23 years old, 6'2", 175 as he'll face Kyle Schwarber. You see his numbers on the year.
Recall August 3rd for the 4th time, so it's been an up and down year for Crockett between the big leagues and AAA.
Strike, born in Newport News, Virginia, and ironically enough, they don't have a paper there.
They don't?
They made that up.
I'll go with it. Commit to it. We got a lot of hard-throwing right-handers down there in the bullpen. Crockett, the only lefty, he's more of a finesse-type guy. of the Indians June of 2013, so he hasn't been at this for very long.
To the University of Virginia.
Pitched with a big club 3 times last year. Knob. Or just above the hands, perhaps. Knobbage.
Swing and a miss. Tough day for Schwarber at the plate. But the Cubs lead 1-0 as we head off to the 9th from Wrigley Field.
Now you've been Every diamond is unique. Like a new relationship, it starts out raw. But after time, hard work and polishing, it becomes something to be treasured. Every diamond has a story. Let the diamond experts at Necker's Jewelers help make this one yours.
I love coming to River Bandits games. I love eating popcorn and watching baseball. And all those crazy, funny acts. But mostly, I like to play in the bounce house and ride cool rides like the Ferris wheel and the dropping twist. And if I do my charm, it lets me stay up late and watch the fireworks.
Dylan, you missed the spot there.
Well, at least I don't have to clean the bathrooms.
The River Bandits at Modern Woodland Park,
where the fun never stops.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
Kelly and Michael know how to brew the perfect morning.
What's in here?
A spoonful of laughs, fun, and stir it up with some big surprises. For the perfect morning, just add Kelly and Michael.
We're going to have to drink our way out.
Weekday mornings at 9 on WQAB News 8.
Like a diamond, the story of your love is timeless. This isn't just a diamond for her. This diamond is for generations to come. When they look down, they'll be reminded of the love story that started it all. Let us help you tell your story. Necker's Jewelers. Give to the one you love.
John Lester has been terrific today, coming off a rough one his last time out.
He's saying to David Ross, let's stay together.
Yeah.
4 strikeouts, 4 outs in the air, a couple of flies to center, a couple of pops on the infield, and the rest ground ball outs.
Herrera in for defense at second. Ryan Rayburn just got hit on the very first pitch. It was a curveball. So Lester, with the tying run now on base, nobody out. And Abraham Almonte, been playing every day in center, out of the lineup today. He's going to pinch run for Rayburn. Lester trying for the complete game shutout. He would be the first Cub left-handed starter since Rich Hill in 2002. And a 9-inning complete game shutout from the left side. I thought maybe Ted Lilly might be the last, but no, it was Rich Hill 9 years ago. Jason Kipnis takes a strike.
Kipnis, left-handed hitter. Lindor on deck, a switch hitter, and then Brantley left to follow.
Strike 2.
Lester remains the best option for Joe Madden. Hector Rondon up and ready to go in the bullpen.
How about another ground ball at somebody?
Might as well keep the theme alive.
Cutter missed outside. 1-2. short lead by Almonte. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Four of John's 5 strikeouts coming after the 5th inning. You got 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and now Kipnis here for the first out in the 9th.
Now would be a good time for that double play ball. The first 4 double plays ended innings. The turn one here would end the ball game. Tapped. Ross. No play. Goes back to second just to make sure Almonte hadn't gotten by the bag.
Well, we got the ground ball, but not one anybody could do anything with. John Lester wanted no part of it. And Ross, by the time he got there, couldn't make a play. Normally this would be the pitcher's play, but John, with his difficulties throwing to the bases, decides to back off. So here comes the lefty Brantley and the switch hitter Santana on deck, who's been better from the left side. So still, as long as you trust Lester's stuff and the way he's throwing the ball, he's still the better option here based on the platoon advantage.
89 pitches in. Brantley at 316. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. 0-1.
To make sure you leave your feet on the infield to knock the ball down. That's the tying run out there at second base.
It's a 9th inning drama. Late swing by Brantley, 0-2. $36,283 in the ballpark today. Right field, but foul, and Brantley knew it. He didn't even move out of the box. The wind is gusting to right. And yet it's 1-0.
You could throw that hard breaking ball down and away, maybe get him to roll over, a little too hopper to Herrera. I might get it done.
Lester ready. Deep breath. 1-2.
John looking to run his lifetime record against the Indians to 8-1.
Good knockdown by David Ross. The ball gets by him at second and third.
talk about making a pitch. Battled. Couldn't finish him off with the breaking ball, so he comes with 94, sliding out the outside corner. Brantley a little tardy.
Santana hit by a pitch. He's bounced into 2 double plays. On the corner for strike 1. I guess.
Well, Ross set up out there. Lester hit his spot.
Right.
Hudson was convinced.
Into left base hit. Schwarber up with it. Almonte will score. Throw to third now. And Lindor is safe. 1-1. Carlos Santana has tied it.
Well, backdoor breaking ball, and Santana does a real nice job staying on it. See, that front foot gets planted, the hands stay back. Schwarber trying to get off a throw in a hurry, mishandles, and that allows the advance to third base.
Error on Schwarber, allowing Lindor to get to third.
Oh, man.
So close.
Yeah. Beautiful job, though. What a job by Lester here this afternoon. Unfortunately for him, relegated to the role of cheerleader now for Rondon. A well-deserved ovation from these Cub fans.
1-1 in the 9th.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
When your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
I recommend Hanford Insurance in Geneseo, selling nationwide. I see firsthand the inferior parts some insurance companies want to put on your car when it gets wrecked.
We make sure you get all new factory parts on your car with the OEM endorsement.
If you want your car fixed with the parts that were made for it,
call Hanford Insurance. And
when your car gets wrecked, call Auto Body Direct.
Mom's here, get ready.
Hey, looks great in here, guys.
Thanks, honey. Remember, this is just between you and I.
Enjoy your free time. Do what matters most. From everyday surface cleaning to deep cleaning, Dustbusters does it all. Dustbusters is bonded, insured, honest, thorough, and dependable. We strive for the best at Dustbusters Cleaning Services. Whether residential or commercial, call us for a free estimate or find us online at dustbusterscs.com. Who you gonna call?
Well, John Lester went from 1 out away from a complete game shutout to hoping Hector Rondon gets out of this inning and keeps the game tied. The Roberto Perez, a catcher, this will be his first plate appearance, and you see the sparkling numbers for Rondon.
Rondon has been not just reliable, but dominant for a good stretch now for the year. A 1.59 ERA, 23 saves, and 27 tries.
So the go-ahead run now is Lindor at third. Santana, who tied it with the base hit, is at first.
Rendon got the save in game 3 of the Braves series. A 9-7 Cub win, which to scoreless 9-1-2-3 with just 6 pitches.
I'm going to plug my stat change one more time. Whoever wins this game, if it happens in the next inning or two, the winning pitcher should be that team's starter.
Yeah.
Because there will be no chance anybody out of either bullpen will have been better than Lester or Kluber. The timing is what makes the difference. Runner goes from first. That's Santana. No throw by Ross. 2-2 on Perez.
So Ross again setting up off that outside corner. A little slide piece from just off the edge.
Sun has peeked out from behind the clouds on a 2-2. And it's full 3-2.
Times today, Marvin Hudson has been generous out there. Appeared to be outside. It was.
Lonnie Chisenhall is on deck for Aviles. 3-2. The pitch bounced toward third. Bryant's got it, and the inning is over. So the Cubs will try to win it when we come back. Hoglund, Rizzo, and Bryant. 1-1.
A controversial hiring at the courthouse.
There's internal people that would have loved to put in for it.
When WQAD News 8 heard about it, Chris Miner dug deeper and asked the question on everyone's minds.
Was it even posted for the public to know about?
No, it wasn't posted. WQAD News 8 pledges to hold policymakers and elected officials accountable for what they do and how they spend your money.
Today, Weichert announced she is reopening the hiring of the job.
Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Corvins Insurance. When severe weather threatens our homes and families.
Oh my, look at that.
This is what they're looking at right there.
Right now, I believe we are right under that cell. A confirmed tornado in DeWitt.
WQAD's Storm Track 8 team will be here with you.
We had a confirmed tornado that was located near Fulton.
Like a wall of rain came through, and that was when the wind really got intense.
Tracking the danger until it's gone. Each time, every time. Hard work, determination. That's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
She wants her most important day to be like a dream. A real
Bridezillas on WQAD MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716.
Carlos Santana has extended this game here to the bottom of the ninth. 2-out RBI single to left. Right-hander Zach McAllister will take over for Cleveland.
The Indians have one of the hardest throwing pitching staffs in baseball. Both the rotation and the pen feature any number of guys that light up the radar gun. McAllister, one of them. Mid to upper 90s fastball, slider, curve, and once in a great while a change.
Here's one for you. The Cubs have played 16 extra innings games. John Lester's been the starter in 7, almost half of those contests, as the Cubs try to avoid extras with just one measly run here in the ninth. It's all they need, somehow, some way.
Crockett, the lefty's already been used, so McAllister must be Terry Francona's go-to righty against lefties. He's got Coughlin and then Rizzo. It could prove to be a very dangerous situation for the right-hander.
It's the 13th strikeout for Indians pitching. 11 by Kluber, Crockett, and McAllister each with one, and that was just a hard ball right down the middle.
I think McAllister would be trying to run that sinker down and away on Rizzo. Let's see here, left-handed hitters against McAllister, 265 with 1 home run. Anthony may have moved off the plate a little bit.
One and one.
Going back up.
Yep. It was well executed by McAllister.
One of those high risk, high reward pitches. You get a lot of swings and misses out there, up there.
McAllister, born in Peoria, Illinois, went to Illinois Valley Central High, Chillicothe.
Out to have a chat after that last pitch. And when you look in there, you see Anthony on top of the plate. As a pitcher, you think, like, I got to jam him. I can't just work away. And Rizzo has proven to be so quick in there. It's a risky pitch. That's a two-seamer that's starting to leak back over the plate a little bit. Attacking with that elevated fastball. A little bit surprised they haven't tried breaking ball down.
6'6" right-hander on a 2-2 to Rizzo. And there's that pitch down. Didn't offer at it. 3-2. Chris Bryant on deck. Comes. We'll do it again.
Homestand that has featured so many long balls, it would be fitting for this game to end up and with a walk-off. Can't call it a bomb or a missile or a laser.
How about a home run?
A four-bagger.
Was a fan of Dinger.
How about
Tater?
How about Dial 8? Remember Dial 8?
No.
Yeah, that used to be a thing for. And I bet you a lot of our viewers don't know this. It used to dial. You had to get out of the hotel phone long distance. You had to dial 8. So long distance was dialing 8.
Got it.
Clearly, they've done a pretty good job staying out of the happy zone. A couple shots way down low, and then everything else up above the hands.
It was the 11th pitch of the sequence. And this time he gets him. Can't say he didn't challenge him.
Yeah, and that time the ball down where Anthony can do some damage. He just beat him with 95. Good battle, ultimately won by McAllister.
Bryant with 2 outs. High fly ball out into deep right. That ball is good. Cubs win. Cubs win 2-1. He dialed 8.
He did dial 8. Oh my. What a way to end the homestand.
What a blast.
Another walk-off win for the Cubs. They lead the major leagues in that department. Bryant hit 2 home runs yesterday. The game winner here today.
Number 20 on the year. The last 12 have been at Wrigley. All but 3 have been hit in his home ballpark. Get it up in the jet stream.
Hello, operator. Yeah, I'd like to make a long distance call. Right field. Look at Strope.
Not a better feeling in the world. Hit a game-ending home run and becoming a daily occurrence. Chris Bryant on the field with us. Hi, Chris.
Hey, that was fun.
I was going to say, that's got to be the best feeling in the world to hit a game-ending home run.
Yeah, it is. When are they going to dose me with this Gatorade? I'm just waiting for it.
We'll let you know. Rossi's waiting.
Duck.
Yeah. He's putting his catcher's mask on.
They're going to go. So, hey, congratulations, man. What a great homestand. Big day for you yesterday, but you guys have been playing great baseball. Just give us a sense of the vibe down there and how things are going for you.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. I mean, John went out there, pitched his tail off. I'm sure he would have liked it a different way, but I'm glad that I could come through for him, come through for the team.
There you go. Oh, hey, look out.
Before you get pneumonia.
I thought you guys were going to tell me.
We did.
We did. We told you just
it's a little too late.
Yeah, a little too late. Sorry.
It's cold.
Yeah, it is cold. We'll let you warm up here, but big week coming up. San Francisco and LA. Excited?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to, play them. Giants are always fun. They're a great team. I mean, won the World Series, so we're excited to get over there, get some California weather, and just enjoy it. We're having a fun time right now.
All right, go dry off, Chris.
Right,
sorry we didn't warn you in time. Part of the gig.
All right, guys.
Chris Bryant with a home run, and the Cubs are now 6.5 ahead of the Giants. Nice cushion. You like to bank these wins.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Heading out west, you never know what you're going to get. Up facing some very stiff competition. Both those clubs really good. The Dodgers outstanding in their home ballpark. The Giants, they got to be targeting this series with the Cubs, and should be a lot of fun. And for me, you get one win in each of those 2 cities, and that's a good road trip. I know we'd like to get more, but that would be fine.
Would have been nice to have a complete game shutout for John Lester. But maybe a little more drama helps the ratings. And Chris Bryant getting doused. That usually means a good thing has happened. 2-1 the final.
What's going on at Streeter? There's There's a whole lot of style, technology, and excitement waiting for you at Streeter Lincoln. Great cars from one of the Quad City's most trusted dealers. If you want a luxury car, test drive the new Lincolns at Streeter Lincoln Quad Cities, 520 West Kimberly Road, Davenport.
The grass just got greener. Only $25 gets you a cart and 18 holes of golf anytime after 10 a.m. any day at Sauckie. A great deal on a course that's in great shape. Told you the grass just got greener. Call for a tee time at Sauckie today.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today. No matter what kind of car you drive, we stock the batteries you need. And we have the deals you want. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Thanks for watching the kids, Mom. It's great having you close by again.
Ready to make the move?
Ready.
Change our home search to 4 bedrooms. It's twins.
Whatever is next in your life, Mel Foster can help you find your home.
Chicago Cubs baseball has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway, make a smart play for savory subs this season. Flavor at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. TrustedChoice.com for all your insurance needs. Honda, great deals are happening at the Honda Summer Clearance Event, now at your Honda dealer. And by Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you.
And for Southwest Airlines, how far did it fly? The distance of this game-winning walk-off home run for Chris Bryant, dial 8 first, and then 374 game-winning feet.
Our next WGN telecast of Cubs baseball tomorrow night from San Francisco. It's a huge 3-game set, and we'll open it right here on WGN at 9 o'clock Central Time. Final score today, Cubs 2, Indians 1. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV has been brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. And now for JD and our entire WGN crew here at Wrigley Field, I'm Len Casper. Thanks for watching Cubs baseball.